mandatory rollout of the electronic government procurement system, EGP, as directed by National Treasury. We note with concern that the rollout was hasty, marred with inconsistencies, and has disrupted service delivery in counties. Only 3 counties participated in the pilot, yet the system was enforced nationally before the gaps identified by the piloting process. In fact, I want to confirm that it has even failed in the counties in which it was piloted. It's not working. There is a lack of adequate sensitization and training, and this has paralyzed procurement processes, particularly in critical sectors such as health. The EGP system, as currently implemented, undermines the distinct status of county governments as provided in the Constitution. We therefore call on the National Treasury to immediately withdraw the circular directing the counties to implement EGP until proper consultations, legal alignment, and capacity building are undertaken. The Council of Governors emphasizes the need for continuous consultation and cooperation between the 2 levels of government before any circulars or directives that have a direct impact on service delivery can be issued. This is what our Constitution demands. As county governments, we remain committed to upholding the principles of national values and principles of good governance as enshrined in Article 10 of our Constitution in service delivery. The gist of what we're saying, and a few of my colleagues will chip in, is on healthcare. Much as we have been magnanimous in working with the Ministry of Health to improve service delivery in public health facilities, I think the ministry has forgotten that health is devolved. And they've decided to run the health docket through roadside declarations and PR stunts. And it's not helping. You can see the crisis there is. We have active contracts with UHC staff. The arrangement did not obey the law from the onset. Because when national government wants to intervene because of a need in health or any other devolved function, there is a constitutional mechanism for them to do. They should have given a conditional grant to help deal with the issue of the COVID crisis. Instead, they kept the money at national level and asked our county public service boards to employ those people for them as they pay the salaries. 2,000 of those, I think over 2,000, are not on the ground and have not been on the ground. We have been sending reminders to Afia House to take them out of the payroll. It took such a long time. It took until the end of the contract. We first want to know where that money has been going. Who has been taking the salary of the over 2,000 workers who have not been coming and who we have continuously been asking that they be removed from the payroll and they be replaced, because they've not been replaced. 2, what the minister and his people at health are trying to do, they realize this thing is coming to an end. They have failed to provide sufficient funding to absorb these people until their contract has come to an end. They want to set up the counties against their workers by saying it's the governors that are refusing to have you on permanent and pensionable. It's not the case. All we're asking is, rather than provide money for some odd 7 or 8 or 9 or 10 months, whatever money they're talking of, and leave us with a problem of absorbing these people, we have a 4.2 trillion budget in this country. Why not provide sufficient resources to keep these young Kenyans on permanent and pensionable? And all we're asking for is deal with the issue of the gratuity. That's the law. And increase our equitable share by 7.7 billion going forward. That's all. But what they want to do is to send them to us, and after 10 months, probably even incite them to strike in front of our county headquarters. We're not accepting it. Enough is enough. The world over, and I've said this many times, decentralization, devolution has been killed through administrative fiat. And what we're seeing is one administrative fiat after another that claws back devolved functions to a national government, that centralizes it with a lot of threats and intimidation. We've been elected by the people of Kenya. And the constitution is very clear that sovereignty of the people of Kenya is exercised at 2 levels, at the county and at the national government. As governors, we are saying no to threats and intimidation. Our minister was just appointed to cabinet the other day, threatens he's going to withhold money. Is he above the constitution of Kenya? People forget that these positions are transient. On e-procurement, Article 6.2 of our Constitution is not inferior to circulars issued by the National Treasury Minister. So he can't threaten us. If he's above the law, we'll know. He cannot threaten us that he's going to withhold money because you've told him the system that he has procured. I don't know where from, and how much, and whether it was still procured through process, is not working. If it's not working, it's not working. And no one can shove it down our throats. You must address the issues we're raising. And you must respect that we're 2 levels of government, and we're both a creation of the Constitution of Kenya. I think that's all I want to say. I'll allow my vice chair to add.